Yep. Okay. So 2012, Campbell Newman wins the election. The analysis, the academic literature suggests that the changes to the law under the Newman government increased deforestation, increased land clearing. What was the difference? What caused that change?
I think one of the things that may have happened, and I don't have those statistics, I think what happened was that they didn't remove the act, but they allowed there were certain allowances made in particular areas, not where we lived, that you could do, you could clear for high value agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
And that certainly we were a grazing grass system. But in other zones, now some of those were quite large areas. The other thing that what happened is that they brought in self-assessable codes. So before that, everything you wanted to do had to be under a permit system.
Yep.
And the codes basically were meant to help you do your maintenance. Like in our system, we had to clear along fence lines because if you have a fire and the trees are running up to the fences, obviously that's not a very economically viable thing to have. So you were given 10 metres either side of the fence. Now this doesn't sound much, but it all comes up on the mapping. And so you will get a change in the number of in the number of acres of trees cleared, because you had these codes for a whole lot of things, like around, if you wanted to build a house, you could do so much. I think, I don't remember it being such a big change, to be honest, except at that time we'd had that big rain event that I mentioned before. It led to a vast amount of invasive trees into areas where you would not have had trees.
Mm-hmm.
And people would have been able to use the codes to clear those trees. So it may have been that the rain event, and that was a Queensland-wide rain event, led to more trees coming under the codes. And as you subsequently pointed out, there were those further changes. We did a submission in 2013, and I recall that we thought the words I used was, at last some dignity had been returned to landholders. So